Hi everyone. I'm not really sure what to call this video yet. I feel like it's very impromptu, but I feel like something like mid-year palette update. Just all the palettes and powder products in my collection. But I thought I'd just pull them out and just like throw them out in front of you. So I have my pile is like this right now. Let me show you. How's this for a screenshot? So these are all the palettes I think I want to mention. I don't think this is everything. Let me just reach in here and two more. So let me just split this up. I don't think I'm going to talk about this in any order in particular. I think there's some that are just very clearly out, some of them clearly in, some of them I don't know. So just talking out loud here. So this is something I just like randomly found. I think I look at this every once in a while, and this was like one of those holiday Tarte palettes that opened up like this. So like the shimmer shade is very nice, but I mean, I could franken it. I just don't feel like dealing with it. That's kind of my phase of panning right now. Is like, if I don't want to deal with it, I think I'm just gonna let it go. It's gonna go. Okay. I'm just gonna pull from the top here. This is my lip palette. Still very much love this, and I think it still has a spot. There's a few shades left in here. These are honestly like my graveyard lipsticks at this point. There's not that many lipsticks left in my collection, but I'm not reaching for these right now. Oh, they smell decent. Yeah, but I will just, I think I'll reach for this as I need them. I think right now they're sometimes going into my cream blush, and some of them going into like a lipstick balm type thing. So I will keep this around for that sake. This is my concealer palette. It's looking empty. I think at the beginning of the year is nearly full. So it's over half gone. There's like a few shades here and there. I've not been reaching for my concealers much lately, so I'm going to keep this around. As you can see, there's also a blush shade in there that I need to figure out what to do. But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy these palettes in my collection very much. I'm doing my best to not showcase MAC as much because I'm not purchasing from them anymore. I like poke around every once in a while, but yeah. And I will feature some of their like shadows and stuff like that. So you'll see a little bit more since I am like pulling out of my palettes right now, but regularly on my channel, you will not be seeing the MAC brand as much. Okay, this is Twist of Slate by ColourPop. I've actually decided to pass this on to my daughter. Thank you, Steph, for passing this on to me. But I just have not found great use for it for me personally. I mean, some of the darker shades do have a little bit of impact, but the shimmer shades is what I was planning on reaching it for, and it just does not have much impact. I mean, it looks decent on the finger, and then on the skin, it looks decent until you start blending it out. It just blends to almost nothing, which is really unfortunate. So it doesn't like have any special sheen or feature to it to me. So I'm just letting my daughter just dabble with it and play with it. I keep on pulling this out because it's still kicking around in my collection. I do not reach for it regularly. It's really just like one dark shade in here. I think I keep saying that I might want to keep this palette around, maybe in some sort of like, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna let it go. I think this is gonna go into recycling. I love it very much. I think it has really cool magnetic feature, but I don't really need it kicking around in my collection. So let that go. This one I will keep around. Not that it's all that practical. It's a Makeup Forever, like decade, 15-year-old palette. But it has some nice shades in here that I use in particular for artistic swimming. So I reach for this every once in a while when I want a colorful look, because the rest of my collection is not. This one, oh man, I love this packaging so much, this Monet palette. And I think I played around with it enough. This is another gift from Steph, by the way, thank you. And I think I played around enough with it to realize like it doesn't meet all my eyeshadow needs. And it would be amazing, I think, if I could repress it, but the pan like shape is so awkward. But I think I'm just gonna let it keep kicking, and I will decide what to do with it in time. I'm not gonna push it. I have like one more palette that I should have showed, but I don't think I have it with me, which is fine. It made me kind of think of that. I had like this, I put it in like an old MAC Studio Fix one where it was like a panless eyeshadow. And I feel like it's just one of those where it's like, it's a really cool concept, and I don't want to mess with it. It's not working great for me. It's not something that I reach for and that I feel like I'm going to actually pan, but it just has like, yeah, it just has a special meaning to me in my panning journey. So that might be that. Another palette from Miss Little Steph. I've just been reaching for this lately for through a panning project, and this is the Viseart palette. Is there a shade name on here? I think it's just Florette Amour. But yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting color palette for me personally. I don't think it quite works for my needs, but I've made it work the few times my project pan has asked me to reach for it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna, again, let's just like let it keep kicking in my collection. I'm not really committed to panning it per se, but I think just experiment for now still. Okay, here's where I need to start making some hard decisions, okay? So the first one I did mainly in my Freedom palette. So this is my Freedom palette here. Reddish shades, blush shades, I think need to go. Obviously, this one has a non-organic pan in it. Just the shade is just not something I would reach for, really, ever. I mean, I've been trying to franken it into a way that works, and I think I've made multiple attempts at this point, so I think I've kind of exhausted this one. So I think I'm going to let that one go. It was originally, it's not even on here anymore. Spring Sheen by MAC. That doesn't quite seem to ring a bell. But yeah, something like that. And then this red shade, I've also tried making work. It's very pretty on its own. I do love burgundy. Sorry, I have a cut on my arm, so please ignore that. It's a burgundy on its own, but it's just not for the eyes for me. So I think I'm gonna let it go. These two are Franken shades, and I think are very, very similar. Yeah, and I don't think these hold. These are just like warm browns. I guess one is a little bit more reddy than the other. But yeah, maybe this, yeah, maybe the not so red one I might keep, but this reddy one I might not keep. I'm gonna try to pop them out as I go. I'm not sure where exactly to put them, but I have a little like magnetic tin up here. I don't think all these are magnetic, but pop them up here for now. And this blush shade, sad to see this one go, but I think it's time. And then these other ones I think are fine. This came out of like a Stila palette. Oh gosh, I am a mess. But these are like, this is more like a highlight or like even just like a setting shade, and I think it's fine. Still performs fine. I think it's over a decade old. It's like a contour shade that I actually quite like the tone of, so I think I'm gonna keep that one around. This one's a gold shade. I don't remember what it's called. It's a MAC shade, and it's also, so I'm not showing you the swatch. No, you can't see it. Let me see if I can, where's a good spot? Nowhere, maybe right here. It's just very, very subtle. So I like that. And then this one might be like Cork or Omega. It's kind of a warm brown, but I think I'll keep it around for now. So these ones will stay. All right. Let me see if I can figure out the name of that shade. Oh, it's All That Glitters. I do like that shade quite a bit. Glad I popped it in here. I think I do have Expensive Pink still, and that's another one of my favorite MAC shades. So yeah, haven't written off MAC yet. They do make very, very nice shades, but don't plan on purchasing more from them. Okay, here's man, it's these Franken shades, man. I was trying really hard to make this work, and mixing them together, it seems fine. Oh, I can maybe swatch on this side that you can see. It's very taupey, shimmery. It's a really interesting color. This one right here, really, really interesting color, but just not one I'm just like, I want to reach for. And I'm definitely in that phase now where I'm like, I need my workhorse ones. I need my like kind of cool experimental ones, but like everything else, I don't feel strongly about. So as much as I hate to say it, like my Franken shadows aren't really working out for me, you know? Like I mean, I made these from shades that really weren't working out for me. So I guess it's a win in that way, but I don't know. I think I might need to let that one go. Okay, here's kind of a similar one, and this one's super messy. Something fell out of this recently and further cracked it. I think I dropped this, or one of my kids dropped it. So I need to figure out what should stay. Let me wipe off my fingers real quick. Oh, this one's a really interesting shade. This one's like a mix. But what does it come off as? It just comes off as like a gray. It's really dark gray. This one right here, and I just don't reach for those. I mean, it is really interesting. I don't have another dark shade like that, so I might keep that one around. And this was kind of a weird mix of stuff. This one right here. This one is quite nice. This one I think is Woodwinked from MAC. And not that I really reach for it. It's like one of those shades that like is like just too dark as an all over, not quite dark enough for a The shade is one of those that a lot of people say like it's a good all over color. So maybe I should experiment with it a little bit. I might keep it around just for that sake. This one's a pinky tone, which I like, but I don't feel strongly about. Like, it already has such a huge dip. I think I might just let this one go. And then the cracked one on top, I think I'm also gonna let go as well. So there's that. This one's like taped in. I really don't know what the origin of this one is. It's really interesting. Even myself, I don't know my own collection. This one just looks like a really cool brown. That is a pretty cool brown. And I like it. It's just like so cracked in here. So I might just need to repress that somehow. You know what? Originally it looks like, no, that's not it. I must have pressed something else in there. Okay. So there's that. I might put the other two that I'm gonna keep and pop out the shattered one because it's gonna bother me. Sorry, a little bit of rearranging here, and then this one I just need to, I think I should put aside. Okay. All right, so this palette is more or less taken care of, empty now. So is this one, so that feels better. Okay, this one, man, I don't know. This might have been where that blush went. I think so. I think I was trying really, really hard to make that blush work, and this is where it ended up. I mean, it's a better shade, so I'm going to swatch it on a part of my arm that you can barely see. Or, like, it would be tough for me to turn around like that. Do any of them really work? I mean, the bronzer shade is decent. Deep breaths. I think I might have scraped some of this into like a loose bronzer type thing. And this one might have ended up in a loose blush. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'm gonna think about it a little bit more. Of course, I have my condensed makeup palette, which I'll just quickly flash for you guys. Slowly working through these things. Some of this is a mix of other stuff, Frankens of other stuff, but that's that. And the last one is kind of random one. I have like this YSL palette that I picked up. One was like a white shade, and this is like a really pretty copper shade. So I think this is such bulky packaging just for that one shade. I think I might need to swatch that. It's kind of like a interesting olive shade. I might need to swatch that against some of the other things I have and see if I just need to repan this and then call this maybe that darkest shade, similar to this darkest one that I pointed out earlier. So that might be what's happening with this one, but I do want to keep it around. So yeah, I feel like I'm ending this more confused than I am clarifying anything, but this is my little collection of things that I think I need to like. So these are the few shades that I think are going to leave my collection. I look at them and I'm like, I don't know who you are, what you are. I mean, maybe this brown one I'll try to salvage, but it's not like I don't have other brown ones in my collection. It's not that unique, right? So I might pop this one back in just for the sake of it being there. But yeah, I think at least, you know, 5 shades that I think I'm just gonna let go of. I don't feel strongly about, and I mean, they live on in other forms. This whole palette is very confusing to me. I think I've worked out of this palette for a very long time now, so I don't feel strongly about holding on to it for any one reason. I mean, the blush shade is nice, but I have other blushes that I'm working through right now. I mean, the contour shade is nice, but kind of same feeling. I just don't feel strongly about it. I think it's just been so long since I've reached for it. So I'm not sure. I might give this till the end of the year. Maybe that's what I'll decide. This will be end of the year. This one I'll try to repot. And then in terms of my Freedom palette, this is what it really looks like now. I mean, other than the items that are in my condensed makeup palette, which are just, I'm going to try to work through. There's like one shade in here that I am just kind of on edge about. It's the reddish one, obviously, this reddish one. The other ones I'm willing to put up with. I think that's been the interesting thing too, is like lately I've been like, I'm willing to put up with some stuff, especially if it's in this palette. But this one I just don't feel strongly about. Let me actually pop it out and really quickly swatch it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let go of it. I am just not drawn to it at all. It might even be super similar to the other shade that's leaving my collection as well. And I think what I might do is actually put in this shade, because that one was actually, this one was quite interesting. Swatch it one more time. Yeah, I think I like it. I like this one enough to feature it, I think, in my palette here. So I'm gonna just repress it, and so this will be my new condensed palette kind of setup. I think this looks much more balanced too. So, all right, I'm glad I went through that exercise. Glad I went through it with you. And you know, like this. So I have these 6 leaving, which I think is a pretty decent part. This one's leaving. This one's going to get folded in, like I mentioned. This is really what my Freedom palette looks like now. I mean, all these are empty right now. And I guess this packaging is leaving as well. And then, I mean, I'm going to call this one because I'm going to hand this off to my daughter. So that's that. Maybe I'll stack actually the shadows that are leaving on top. Oh, of course, they all just fell down because the little tin that they were on is actually for my deck of panics, so that's not leaving. I'm a little bit sad about the shimmer shade. I feel like shimmer shades I can always make work somehow. So I might take another look at it and see if I want it to let it last through the end of the year. But if anything, if I had to force a shimmer shade to leave, I think it would be that one. So there's that. Okay, so this is kind of what's leaving my collection. Very, very gently. Nope, not gently enough. I'm so risky in this video. I mean, I guess I'm throwing them away anyway, so I think that's why I'm like, whatever. Not gonna be gentle with them. There was definitely, I thought there was one more shade. Okay, never mind. So, anyways, this little pile of things is gonna go, and I would think I'll just have to be at peace with it. No regrets, right? Because I have other shades that are sticking around. I have other, I mean, I don't want any red shades to stick around, so those are going. Too bright of a blush, that's going. Things that I don't reach for, that's going. So I think it's just really this one that is just gonna bug me for a little bit. So keep thinking about it. If anything, I'll put it in my rotation and see if I can make it work. And that usually tells me a lot if I can make it work or not. So, all right, I'll leave you there with that. Thank you so much for stepping through with me with my little palette collection here. I can maybe put it together for you guys to help you see what is left after that little exercise. I'm trying to organize it quickly. This side, no. I mean, it looks a lot smaller. Yeah, it's looking a lot smaller and a lot more condensed. Maybe let's put it on top. Maybe that will. So that makes me feel better, right? I'm cutting out, I mean, essentially these 2 palettes I've left as well. So nope, not helping. Not helping. Let me go ahead and quickly stick the products that are leaving into my Freedom palette that is technically empty, just so I don't stop sliding. So all these are gonna leave. This one's gonna leave. This one I'll just stick right on top for now. So this little pile is leaving. Come here, and this pile is staying. It's you need to be very, very steady-handed. So I wouldn't say it's half, but I would say at least like about a third, right? About a third is gonna leave the collection, and really, no regrets. It's less for me to work through. It's like a huge sigh of relief. So I'm very happy with this declutter session, and I'm glad we got to talk through it, because sometimes I just need to kind of process that. Because if I think it was over by myself, I'd be like, let's just keep it. I'll make it work. I'll make it Franken. I'll make it work. And I mean, as you can see from this, like I Frankened all of these shades except for one, and I just could not make them work. And I think I need to tell myself now, like reddish, pinkish shades do not work. I lean on more of my cream products to give me that effect, and I rarely need the reddish effect on my eyes. So I just need to stop buying burgundy eyeshadows. I think I have a few left in here to like play with, right? Part of me's like, what if I want to play with it? And I think that's going to be where I struggle the most, is where I'm like, but I want to have something around where I can play with it. This just never looked right. So I think I'll just have to come up with something else and be okay with it, because day to day it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, if anything, this will be for future Jamie to look back on and remind myself of a few of those pointers of why I'm letting some things go. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.